and her magical cooking hands, she did Brussels sprouts in some next way. She did Brussels sprouts. What did she? I can't even tell you what she did with these Brussels sprouts. But let me tell you, ever since then, I'm like, fam, mom, you know that way you do the Brussels sprouts, yeah? Damn on it.
I can't. There's no way. Like Brussels sprouts,
You know
it's
what?
not happening.
I need you to taste my mom's Brussels sprouts.
Are you ready, Miss Plum?
Yeah. I've been ready.
You're ready, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome to episode 5 of the Juice and the Sauce podcast. You're joined by myself, Lisimba, and Nastassja.
Hi. Oh my gosh, like, are we on episode 5 already?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just like, it's actually, for some reason, I thought this was episode 4. I mean, to be honest, I'm just like highly frazzled this week. So
You've had a busy few days.
man, like, frazzled is not the word. I'm like motherfudging tired. Like, it's not even tired. I'm actually just frazzled. I'm just out of it. Like, I'm currently working for another company, baking their cakes, obviously, not doing anything other than what I do. And let me tell you, and this is a commercial kitchen. I've never worked in a kitchen, another commercial kitchen apart from mine. So it's a great experience going into a commercial kitchen and working with chefs around me. And let me tell you something, like, today I worked from 7:30. I've been up since 5:30 today. So I got in at 7:30 and finished at like just about 4:30. And I haven't sat down because I had so much bakes to get through. And let me tell you, I am frazzled. Like, and with my own work on top of that, like, I'm actually, you know what, I really relish being in a kitchen anyways. So the standing doesn't really bother me, but it's just like my senses have gone. Like, my mind is just like going, like, honestly, everything's in high definition right now. You know, like I'm walking in the street, I'm trying to get here, yeah. I've got my earphones on, and I just it seems like I'm hallucinating and everything's in high definition. And you know, like, I'm just walking across the road. I'm not even looking at the traffic. This is how tired I am. I'm like completely zoned out, just storming across the road. And people are just like looking at me like, girl, can't you see the traffic? And I'm just looking, and I'm like, shit, like, I'm about to get run over. But all the sounds are in high definition. And that's how I know I'm really tired, because everything just seems like a very lucid dream for me. And I'm just like, right, I'm actually tired. Like, swear down, I'm having like at least like a 14-hour sleep today. I can't wait to greet my bed. Like, yo, that's probably going to be the most sexiest thing that I've done this weekend. Like, just put my head to the pillow. That is like the sexiest dream. That's like the ultimate destination today.
Can you actually sleep like 14 hours? Can you?
Fam, I've slept, like, there was one time I actually slept for a day and a half, and my sister thought I was dead.
A day and a half?
Yeah, like, I literally should I say, at least, like, I was waking up in between. Like, I'd wake up and just look at my phone and then go back to sleep. Yeah. But it felt like it probably was 24 hours.
Weren't you hungry? Like,
nah, fam. Like, I'm one of those people, I sleep like a log, you know. Like, and this worries my family a lot. Like, and I say to you, like, a tornado could hit London, right? And I would wake up and I'd be like, what happened to the rest of the world? I'm such a heavy sleeper. Like, there's literally that time it was after Christmas. Like, during Christmas, it's like mad busy trying to just get orders out the door. And once I'd finished my Christmas orders, I just literally just crawled into my bed and I was knocked out. And I think I went to sleep at like about 7 in the evening, and I woke up like 7 in the evening. Yeah, it was like 7, 8, 9 in the evening the next day. And my sister was just like, she came into my room. She left work and she just popped her head in my room, and she saw like, oh, she's sleeping. Came back from work and came into my room, and she was just like, you didn't seem like you were there. So she was just like, are you actually there? And she came closer and she couldn't see the duvet moving up and down, and she thought I was dead. And then she opened the duvet because I usually cover my head when I'm
Okay.
sleeping because just people noise and everything when I'm really
yeah.
tired. And she said she opened the covers and then I kind of woke up and she was like, oh my gosh, you're here. I thought you were dead because like literally you didn't sound and nobody's seen you today.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, I'm tired. Like, let me sleep. And when I'm tired, like when I've worked that hard, like there are times when I've worked like 48 hours non-stop with probably like 3 hours sleep or next to nothing sleep.
Wow.
I will completely knock out. Like today is a standard 14-hour, 12-hour sleep. Like literally standard.
Fair enough. I haven't been able to sleep that long since like, not even that I've slept that long, but like to do like, I don't know, like a 10-hour sleep or something like that. I haven't done that since like school. I struggle now. And as you know, or the listeners may or may not know, I've started doing some like part-time night shift work. Balancing that and like doing your daytime activities is hard. But I'm still on like a daytime sleep pattern.
Yeah.
So even when I'm trying to sleep, I have to force myself to sleep. Sometimes I only sleep like 4 hours and I can't sleep anymore. Like, even if I try, I can't force it.
You know what? I don't know if it's because I've just been self-employed for the past like, what, 3 years now? Coming into 3 years. Like, boy, like my sleep pattern is whenever I get sleep. Like I'm one of those people though that like I can take a lot of heavy duty work. So if you said to me, Nastassja, you have to, you know, you'll give me a list of things to do. You have to finish this within 24 hours. I'll panic. I'll have a moment of panic, but I'm one of those people, I will bang it out. I will bang it out. Like today, I haven't sat down since like, 7:30. This is the first time. And what's the time now? Like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, basically 5 to 6.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm sitting down. Like I can work. Like I'm a bit of a like, but I think I'm addicted to work. Like I think I'm addicted to hard labor work. I don't know you know what? I'm addicted to my own job. Like I'm addicted to baking. So for me, it's kind of just like my body thinks it's a game. It's that hobby kind of game mode. But if you told me I had to do like 12 hours straight of admin, Lord God, like honestly, I'm already like, sorry, I'm out. I'll tell you from I'm not doing that.
Well, you know, like what you're saying, you know, you've won, right? Because like so many people want to do their passion project as like their main thing and they can't. So the fact that it is your, like, that's your life day to day, like you've already won.
You're 1,000%, 1,000,000%. I was even thinking about that when whilst working for this company as well. Like I'm actually in the weirdest way, even though like this week has been like I've had a hard emotional week about just life in itself. I was just thinking, standing there, like, nah, Stash, you're actually a big man out here, you know. You're a big man out here, you know, because you've actually won. You know how many people are still dreaming that they could do this full time, and you are
100%.
banging it out full time. And the thing is, people don't understand. I think when you work for yourself, people also. It's funny because when I took on this job, my mum was like, "Why are you doing that? You can work for yourself." But I'm just like, you know what? I'm being contracted out to do something that I love. You know, and it's not taking anything away from what I'm doing. I'm actually winning in the bestest sense because I'm even exploring. I'm really exploring all of the boundaries of baking. Not the boundaries, but all of like baking in itself. You know, as much as I love doing the whole cakes and stuff, I'm actually branching out and starting to do small patisseries and all of that stuff. And that whether I want to expand my menu to do that. That's all to tell. And I'm actually enjoying doing like really mini cakes and they're really fun to decorate. And for me, it gives me also great practice in my job as well, because I don't think people always think, oh, because you just bake, like that's, you know, you're good at baking everything. That's not the truth. There's like pastry chefs who deal with like patisserie and all of those different, you know, those small little bakes, and then there are just mainly cake bakers. I want to be an all-rounder, and where I lack the skill is in my in patisserie. So having the opportunity to go into another company and just literally train with a pastry chef to get my pastry up to the level of my cakes, fam, I'm fucking winning. Like I couldn't dream of doing anything else. Like I'm telling you, I'm frazzled because it's just like, honestly, everything is right now is in high definition because I'm like, the music is louder, I can hear my voice louder, everything is just loud. But overall, like literally it's going to take me at least like 2 weeks to get into a good rhythm. But so far, being in that kitchen, I've learned so much. I'm just like such a sponge, and working, being able to, you know, really have a head chef to talk to and kind of like pick up other skills in there as well. Because to be honest, people, just because I work in the kitchen, people think I like cooking. No, I don't actually like cooking. I cook, but I don't actually enjoy it. Like for me, I love baking. That's it. Cooking, that's kind of like my mum's deal and stuff.
What do you have for, this is random off topic, what did you have for dinner last night?
Sweet potato wedges and some oven burger.
Did you make that?
The sweet potato wedges I made by myself.
Okay, cool.
But it was just like a vegetable burger.
I'm laughing because of, it was almost like you sound like not proud of yourself for having it.
Yeah, because it was just really shitty food really quickly because I wanted to go to sleep.
Sometimes you could do that though.
But because I bake, like I've been like, after doing all of that baking, then you want me to stand by the cooker and like make a whole meal for myself.
Nah, not me.
No. But in my head, it's just like, and now you have to cook. Like it's like, fam, like this is why I do miss like the one aspect of like not living at home is there's always food on the cooker, innit? But to be honest, like living with my nan, not so much, because she started being gully and just cooking for herself, and I was just like, what's this woman on? How dare she?
But she's like,
Yeah,
she's
so
elderly.
what?
She's meant to be. She's spent her
not
life cooking.
Fam, she's not that old. Like she knows I work hard, innit? At least put me something on the side.
That's some family. We've explored family politics before.
That's just me and my family dynamics, isn't it? But no, like I'm just very like, after I finished baking, I'm just very quick. Like if it's beans on toast, it's beans on toast, fam. Like I'm not even complaining.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Me, I'm happy to like.
What did you have for dinner yesterday?
I had a zinger burger with 2 wings and some chips.
That KFC, is that on Uber Eats? Did you order that on Uber?
No, it was Deliveroo actually. They sent me a free voucher.
Oh, is it?
Actually, no. I used the 2 vouchers. I gave one to my mom. I used the other one. I bought this one. So yeah.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, when I cook, I make edible food just for myself.
Oh.
Like it's not the food I'd ever serve to anybody.
Oh, okay.
So I do stuff like I'm laughing. I'll get tuna and heat it up with like salsa, and just like
cool.
It's
Next,
like gym food. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you like Florida salad, so you know.
Yeah, it's banging. Like anybody that likes Florida salad, hit us up in the comments. Let us know. Florida. Let's do a poll. Florida salad versus coleslaw. We'll do a poll, and then see.
Like not shop bought coleslaw though. It's homemade coleslaw.
Okay.
Like, you know what? I really appreciate. I prefer, honestly. I love homemade coleslaw. Like coleslaw in the shops, it tastes like it's quite sour.
You know what? I don't like coleslaw, but fish wings and things in Brixton.
Yeah.
I went there to get some jerk chicken, and they did like this mini like coleslaw with it. It was purple.
Yeah.
That tasted nice.
Yeah.
For somebody that doesn't like coleslaw, for me to say it was nice, it was nice. So
yeah, I do like fish wings and thing in Brixton actually.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
It's a really nice little small place, and stuff to go there in the summer, eat outside.
Yeah. I do like it. Yeah.
So yeah, let's get stuck into the starters for this week. I think I'm gonna read it out.
Lisimba's gonna take over the starters. I honestly, all I can tell you is like I'm like always just frazzled.
Okay, cool. So basically, this popped up on my feed, and I shared it with Nastassja
on his Twitter feed.
On my Twitter feed, yeah.
For people who were listening.
No worries. I'm just gonna read it out. Right? It says, men, listen up, and ladies, sit your ass somewhere and learn. Men, if you're a good, hardworking man, working long hours and sometimes a second job to make ends meet, and to keep the woman you love happy, safe, and comfortable, and after a long day on the job, you come home to a hot cooked meal and your woman has your meal on a styrofoam plate,
Yeah.
and your drink in a styrofoam cup, put her in check immediately and tell her to put your food on a real plate right now, because you've worked too hard not to be treated like the head of the house, in which you are. A woman who serves her man food on plastic plates does not have the proper respect for her man. She has put little effort into making him feel worthy of his sacrifices and good deeds. Ladies, if you're one of these women who serves your man food on plastic plates, you should be ashamed to call yourself a woman. You all have got to do better. Your thoughts. So I'm going to link this up in like the notes and stuff so you can see where it came from.
So for the people listening, sorry, I just cut Lisimba off over there. Sorry.
Disrespect.
I'm really sorry. Sorry, I had to clear my voice there as well. Sorry.
Go ahead.
The picture illustrates drink in a styrofoam cup and food on a styrofoam plate, disposable plate. I mean, personally, like, you want my thoughts on this?
Go on, ladies first.
Oh, thanks. Firstly, I think like that whole read or that whole statement just went a bit too far. Like, you're not our woman. Oh, leave it out, son. Like, first off, like, I mean, I was thinking real hard about this. Sorry, I'm pausing because I don't want to get my words mixed up. Okay. Firstly, I mean, I'm a bit of a, as I'm growing older, I've become a bit bougie. I'm taking the bouginess off my mum, or it's wearing off on me, to be quite fair. It's coming up to Christmas time, and I kid you not, my mum buys new crockery each Christmas because for her, it's all about the plates that she's eating. If you're cooking good food, it deserves to be served up on a good plate, and it's supposed to be displayed as good as your food is supposed to be displayed just as good.
Okay.
You know, because not just according to my mum, according to myself and other people out there may agree with me, you feast with your eyes first.
100%.
So the food, like the plate that you serve the food off of, has to be just as good as the food. So for me, like crockery, like good crockery is a mother fudging must. I mean, I've gone to, you know, I'm not sure about each Christmas, like my mum buying new crockery, but I think I'm going to get there. Mm-hmm. Like my mum and her Miss Moneybags, that's what she honestly, she's going to start sending, she said she's found some and she's going to send me links of what I think is good. I'm just like, motherfucker, like each year you don't need to get, but I get it. Like, good food needs to be served up good. I think that statement just went a bit too far, as in like, you know, like women should be doing this. Women, how about like the man, as long as like the man buys the plates. I don't care who buys the plates, man or woman, but it seems like very derogatory towards women. Like, you're not good enough. Like, to, you know, if you're cooking the good food, like, and you're serving it, you're telling your man he's not good enough for like crockery. How about like they're probably just struggling, like, you know, as long as you guys are happy eating the food, isn't it? That's one side of the argument.
How can you be struggling so much you can't put it on a plate?
Well, you don't know people's like, you know,
because
situation.
Surely the paper plate or whatever costs more.
Look, some people are just lazy. But okay, like I'm saying, in my opinion, like, I'm not that judgy, but I am bougie. Like, if I went to, if I went to a guy's house and he served me food on like disposable plates, like, I'm not sure. I'm gonna question. I'm gonna ask you, do you not have proper plates, fam? Like wagwan with the disposable. But then again, like, I'm not sure if people do that on a general basis. But yeah, I mean, having good crockery says a lot. I mean, for me, I'm just being bougie here. Like, you know, good crockery for me means a lot, innit? I like good crockery. Like, serve it on a plate. I think that's just it. Like, respect your food, innit? And serve it on a plate. But to be honest, then again, it's just like, it's a bit ghetto, innit? It's like, are we at a party here?
So, like, my opinion is that, like, okay, cool. Looking at the picture, right?
Yeah.
I can't lie. The food to me looks banging.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I like the food looks great. Like,
the food
but,
itself.
But do I care that it's on a plastic?
But this is it, because like if it
I
was,
don't know. Like, that's what I mean. It's never happened to me, so I wouldn't know.
yeah, that's same.
I'm just talking from a bougie part. I'm just like, serve it on a proper plate. But if I was in that same position, probably I'd be as ghetto. I mean, I'm sure I've done it once in my house, like, because I can't be asked to wash the dishes and I've served it on a paper plate.
I've never
At a barbecue. I remember I did that for a barbecue, actually.
a barbecue. That's different though. Like that's
No,
a
but it's
barbecue.
a small
party.
barbecue. It was like a very, it was an intimate barbecue.
Or like 2 people.
No, there was 6 of us, including myself.
Okay, that's still like a mini party. That's cool.
No, but then somebody did ask for a proper plate and I gave them a side eye. I was just like, I gave them a side eye and rolled my eyes and I was like, as long as you're washing it up, innit, fam? And then they agreed, so it was fine.
I was just about to make a comment about that picture about if the gravy, because there's some gravy on there,
Yeah.
if that's soaked into the plate, but it's what, polystyrene? No.
It's styrofoam,
so it
wouldn't.
Nah, so it's all good. But look, if that was me, right, if the food looked dead
Yeah.
and it was on a paper or styrofoam plate,
Yeah.
then I think I'd be like a bit upset. But
Yeah.
the fact that the food looked banging, cool. I think it's all about effort, right? So
Yeah.
obviously, there's a mismatch of who feels appreciated or
Yeah.
if effort has been put in. If the food looks that good, obviously, like someone's put in effort.
Yeah.
There must be some reason why it's on that kind of plate. So someone's tired, someone doesn't want to wash up, someone
Exactly, that's what I mean.
So like you can give that person a blind and then you just move on, have that conversation, then done with it. But if the food was dead and it's on that plate, then obviously that's an issue because you didn't put no effort into that thing.
Yeah, I mean, okay. In regards to this conversation, this is coming off track. It's slightly going off track, but still on the verge of the same thing. On Instagram,
Okay.
right? Did you watch Love Island?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I only watched Love Island because it was on my it was in people's stories.
Paul, you don't have to make an excuse if you.
Yeah, I
watch
know.
it.
I know. Like excuses for watching Love Island. Like, but anyway, there's this one girl on there called Molly May, and she's going out with I can't even remember the guy's name anyway. But anyway, she cooked for him, and then the boy posted it up on his Twitter or on his IG. And I'm not sure if people have seen this, but it was on the Shade Bar anyway. And she posted up a picture of the food. And I mean, it looked very unseasoned.
Are you being polite?
I'm trying to be polite. Look, it looked like the chicken looked like it was still alive partially. And the food just looked really, really bland. But, you know, and people were just like, oh, you know, everybody was just laughing at it because they were like, oh, the chicken looked like a piece of bread because it was very white.
Okay.
And it looked very plain. Let me actually I'm going to show Lisimba the picture. But it was on the Shade Borough anyway. And it was actually hilarious.
Do you think it's an issue if
So if that food was served on a styrofoam plate, yeah, and she actually served, obviously it was served on nice crockery, it was great crockery, but if that was on a styrofoam plate, I would be mad angry. I'd be just like, fam, you actually have no respect for me. I mean, the food, you know, like that would be just like, you know what, let's just throw away everything let's just throw everything in the bin at that point. Because it was just like, oh shit, it's taken so long to load.
do you think it's an issue if your partner can't cook?
Sorry, I'm actually taking a moment to think about this. If my partner couldn't cook, would it be an issue? Not. I'm just thinking everybody I've dated has been able to cook, so I've never been in that situation. So, you know, I suppose for me,
Okay.
because I've only had it one way, and if I had it the other way,
You wouldn't be happy, basically.
I don't think, I mean, would always be in takeaway or you'd rely on me to cook, and I'm just like, I have to be in the mood to cook. If I tell you that I'm cooking for you, I must really love you, because I don't cook for. I've never cooked for many people in my life.
Okay.
I mean, apart from my family and previous partner, like previous one partner. Yeah, I've only cooked for them.
Me, I think just me. Obviously, like I was about to say one man's point of view, but it's my life.
It's not loading. So let me just try. It's not loaded, but when it does, I'll show you the picture anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, look, as me, like I'd prefer like my partner to be able to cook, like to just be able to like whip something up. I'm not a cook, as I mentioned. Yeah. You've heard about my salsa and tuna dish.
I mean, I'm not even sure how that's flying, but you know, each.
No, it's gym food. But either way, like what I do like to do, when I say I don't know how to cook, right? I don't know recipes and stuff up by heart, but I love getting recipe books and YouTube, following stuff and trying to make stuff. Okay. I love doing that stuff, experimenting with different kinds of food, and that I love. I just like I don't remember off the top of my head. Like I call like chefs and like real cooks the one that can open the fridge and be like, oh, I got oregano, I got this, I got milk, I got this cheese. Oh, I can make this. I can't do that stuff. I have to get the recipe, then be like, okay, let me go buy the ingredients. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty much like, I just see what's in the fridge and just whip it all up together, innit?
I wish I had that talent, but I don't.
So I am I wouldn't say I'm a chef though.
If I had time, I don't have the time. I'd love to actually go to culinary school.
Really?
Yeah. I'd love to like really like study food, but if I had the time, I just don't have the time.
I think I just got a shortcut because my mom's a food scientist, and so like literally just spending a lot of time. She lives in the kitchen herself, and so she's the type of person that like if you had like one egg, one potato, and I don't know, some really odd stuff in your house like tuna and stuff. Let me tell you, my mom would make something amazing out of it. You'd just be like, how? How? Like she's one of those people.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I had that talent. I just have to whip up whatever's there.
Yeah. Anyway, like I found a picture, and that was so I'm gonna show you.
Is this the food?
On the right. So I'm just showing Lisimba, for those listening, I'm showing Lisimba this picture of Molly May's food that she.
Oh, I saw this.
And her vegetables are hella overcooked. You know, like when the broccoli. I mean, you know, she did that for her man and he enjoyed it. So, you know, each to their own. Like, and then, I mean, there's a new post with Tion Wayne's food, and he's just like, his food is like, I have to say that salmon is slightly overcooked. If it is salmon, I don't even know what it is, to be quite fair. You know what, like.
Okay, cool. So, you know, when I saw this, right?
Yeah.
I had two reactions, right? Like my first reaction was obviously like, okay, cool. That looks a bit bland, right?
I'm laughing because it needed that sauce.
Sure, but
that juice.
On the flip side, what I didn't, because I'd seen that thing, I didn't realize, I didn't make the connection or whatever. The dude, is he a gym guy?
Yeah, he said he likes eating clean food, and that to him is a clean plate. So that's how he likes his food. He goes to the gym a lot. So.
Okay, because that also looks like gym food.
Yeah, that's what he said in the comments. Like when people were laughing about the food, he was like, he doesn't like seasoning or anything. But then people were laughing, I suppose, because they're Caucasian people. It made it even more. It was just kind of like touche kind of thing. I'm laughing, but I mean, each to their own. But you know what? Each to their own. He said he really enjoyed it. So big up Molly, innit? That she's cooking for a man. She's cooking the food he enjoys, innit? You know, so big up Molly for serving her man that plate, because that's what he liked.
That's what matters, really.
You know, what if she put pure seasoning, or, you know, what if she put her little seasoning in it, salt and pepper, and he weren't enjoying it? You know what I mean?
So what you say? There's no salt and pepper?
He said I don't know. It don't look like there's salt and pepper, but fam, each to their own, innit?
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know,
like if
someone served me up that, I'd be like, fam, where's your pots and pans in the kitchen? Let's give it one whirl in the frying pan with some sauces in it. Like that's just me, innit? But you know, big her up. He enjoyed the food. That's all that matters. None of us were eating it, so it's cool.
Look, I can't front. Yeah. on one hand, like when I'm like, I'm a bit on and off in a minute, but when I'm like hardcore gym, like I'd eat like mad plenty of food and stuff. It's not the most tastiest. It tastes like chalk. But
Yeah, but there's reasons why, like, people, like, when you even read about clean eating, it's just like it's just like minimal seasoning, really kind of raw kind of food. Like, I don't know, some people do the raw food, not raw chicken, but I meant like raw as in
I know what you mean.
raw food. Like, guys, cook your meat how you like it, but don't eat raw chicken in it. Like, I'm not saying eat raw chicken.
100%. I think we should dive into like the mains.
Yeah, the main
course. I believe for the mains we were going to touch on dry Jan.
Yes, we are. Like, sorry, like, I'm telling you, like, my brain is so frazzled today. Like, so yeah, for this week's mains, we're discussing discussing the holiday season that's coming up.
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to go more in depth. Unfortunately, the closer we get to Christmas, the more we're going to be talking about Christmas food.
Yeah, 100%.
But we're going to actually touch on dieting and dry January. Now, coming up to the Christmas period, like, just the whole festive season is just about drinking and being merry and all of this food, and we're thrown like in adverts, like Marks and Spencer's Christmas adverts just come out, and my mum's like giving me the catalogue already and said what we were ordering from Marks and Spencer's.
I heard they had to apologise or something because the advert made a kid cry or something like that. Did you hear about that?
I don't have a TV, so I really wouldn't know.
Oh, I saw it on Twitter. I haven't even watched it.
You read it on Twitter? I'm not like mad on Twitter.
Okay,
like,
cool.
people, like, when you show me stuff on Twitter, that's when I go to it. But I don't really.
Okay.
I find Twitter it's just a bit too much for me. I may get into it since like Instagram has taken off their likes, but who knows, you know. But yeah, during the festive season, food is thrown in our face like consistently, like food and drink. And, you know, this is where like a lot of, you know, supermarkets, drink companies make a lot of money. And then as soon as like as soon as the new year is done, bang, you get Weight Watchers thrown in your face, like, come and lose weight. And I can say, personally for myself, like, especially in the last like 2 years, well, 3 years actually, Christmas has actually scared me.
Why?
Because of food. Because I'm just so worried. You know, like, it's that whole thing that during January, they like it's that kind of, this is the money making season, because this is how a lot of, like, you know, there's always a new diet that comes out in January to help you lose that Christmas weight. And it's just like, hold on. So you've been forcing us to eat during Christmas. Now you're forcing us, as soon as January hits, it's like, it's dry January. Stop drinking, like, start being healthy. And it's like consumerism, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So what I've tried to do over the past 3 years is actually not fall into the habits of eating like huge amounts over Christmas, like actually spacing out my food. Like, it sounds like really, really weird, but for me, it's actually worked, where I don't overindulge, I don't overeat just on that one day. You know what I mean? And because my family are very kind of, we're that family that buy in so much food, cooked so much food on that day, and eat as much as we can, you know, like, literally extend my stomach, really just try and fit in as much food as I can over Christmas Eve, Christmas and Boxing Day. And then anything left over, like, we just end up throwing it in the bin because nobody wants it anymore. And so in the past 3 years, we've actually reduced that to buying things that we're actually going to eat and finishing that food. And once it's done, just go out and do another shop after Boxing Day. It sounds like really tiring, but it's actually worked, and we've saved a lot of money from doing it, because we just don't overindulge ourselves, because we're just like, hold on, they're forcing us to buy all of this food. People aren't forcing you, but it's that peer pressure of seeing a Marks and like ads, and you go into a shop and it's like, get the celebration, get the quality streets, get the heroes. Then it's like, get like stuffing, you get all of this party food, and it's just like, hold on a minute. What time are you going to have to eat the party food after your mom's done a massive breakfast? Then you're going to eat the party food. Then you're going to try and eat Christmas dinner. And then you want dessert. Like, come on. Like, calm down. Innit?
So on like Christmas Day, do you eat like 3 meals?
Well, no. Well, what it used to be. Yeah, we used to eat 3 meals. Okay. But it's come down to like 2 meals. As in, we have our Christmas breakfast, which there is, so it's like a massive spread. So, like, and that's a 3-course meal. Like our breakfast is a 3-course meal. So we'll have the starter, which is like my mum does this melon like a fruit
you do
salad.
melon as well with the,
Well, she does a fruit salad, which consists of like 3 melons, mint. It's really nice, and some pomegranate.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll have like some granola and yogurt, and then we'll have like whether it's a fry up. Sure. So she'll have pancakes. We'll have pastries. Then she'll do like some we don't eat pork, so it's turkey bacon, or some of my siblings do. So turkey bacon, sausages, like refried beans, grilled tomatoes, mushrooms, hash browns, and that's just breakfast. Sure. And then we'll have like mimosas with that, and nice. And like cucumbers. She'll do like little cocktails, like cucumber water cocktails, and like my mom's very, very bougie because she's a cook and she's a food scientist. I say that all the time. My mom's a food scientist, like, but that's what she does. And then obviously that will have like that round about 9 o'clock in the morning, and then that's cleared away. We'll leave like the pastries out, and then throughout the afternoon, my sister will do the nibbles, like the nibbles as in like the party food and stuff like that. And then later on, we have Christmas dinner, like really, really weird. Like because my mum lives in Doncaster. It's a Caucasian village. It's a white village, innit? Like my sister's friends eat their Christmas dinner at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm just like, when did you wake up in season and cook the food? Like, but anyway, that's them. And we have our dinner like round about like 6, 7 in the evening. And then like we'll have what we call a lounge dessert. So we'll just sit on the sofas, lay out all of our desserts and our cheese boards and mulled wine and mince pies, and we just relax and watch a family movie. Like, we'll watch a family movie, and then we'll have a little bit of drama, and then back to the movie. Okay. And we're done. And when I say drama, it's just like something random will happen, and it's just like, come on, like it's Christmas, isn't it? But drama may not. It's not a bad thing. It'll just be like probably like someone like me complaining about their present or something like that. But I think we've got past that.
Yeah.
But that's practically how much we eat. Like, so it's like,
I guess mine it's similar. So for breakfast, my mum normally does like this thing with like prawns and melon, but like a Thousand Island dressing, and it's nice. And then
for like someone who says they don't like their mum's food,
you don't put me on blast. Nah, I be honest. Like, so I generally don't like my mom's food. If I'm honest,
bad man.
Nice. Look, I know what I like.
Ratings for the mother there.
You know what it is, right? It's from when you grow up and, how do I put it? Not forced to eat, but you have to eat. You know, it's like you're not leaving the table until you finish this food.
Yeah, you know?
And you go out and you realize there's other flavors out there. There's other ways of cooking things. Like, for a very long time, I didn't like rice and peas. And it's like over 30 years. It's literally only last year I found a place in Harlesden. I think it's called Movements. Their rice and peas is banging.
Yeah.
Absolutely banging. But before that, I didn't like rice and peas. But it's mainly because I had to have it like week in, week out, you know. So yeah. Generally, I don't enjoy cooking, but on Christmas Day, the food's cool, right? But yeah, we have like a fry up and stuff with breakfast. Have that plantain. Plantain has to come with the fry up as well. And then about early afternoon, probably about 2-ish, would have dinner, right? But the rest of the day is just snacks. So
it's like picking food, isn't it?
Yeah. Whether it's like vol au vents, sausage rolls,
Yeah.
chocolate, you name it. Like everything just comes out on Christmas Day.
But that's what I'm saying, like that we do the same thing, but we've minimized it because like our breakfast is so big. And I have to say, like, our Christmas dinner isn't as massive as it was when I was a child, because, you know, as a child, like, especially my grandma, when she did Christmas, she'd Brussels sprouts and all of that. But I mean,
Do you Brussels sprouts?
I hated them as a child. Like, literally, one of the things that I was forced to eat by my grandma, do you have to eat your Brussels sprouts? Like, and then I stopped eating them. Like, Christmases would come, we'd just have Brussels sprouts just because it's Christmas, not because anybody actually liked them apart from my nan. And then my mum and her magical cooking hands, she did Brussels sprouts in some next way. She did Brussels sprouts. What did she? I can't even tell you what she did with these Brussels sprouts. But let me tell you, ever since then, I'm like, fam, mom, you know that way you do the Brussels sprouts, yeah? Damn on it.
I can't. There's no way. Like Brussels sprouts, it's not happening.
I need you to taste my mom's Brussels sprouts.
Look, I'm open to tasting stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. Like Brussels sprouts,
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know what? To bring this back full circle, I guess what the opening debate discussion was about. I just think that it's business, way of life, it's culture. I think people acknowledge, maybe I shouldn't be eating as much as Christmas, but it's like they're like, fuck it, like I'm gonna eat. I do that. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but I know. I'm the same, but I'm just so much aware of it, of how much, like, I don't need to overeat and then be forced to diet. Like, and I think that comes from a place personally where even now I'm trying to be on a diet, but I mean, I'm just trying to have a healthier relationship with food, meaning that I don't feel like I'm never peer pressured to eat so much, because I think especially like just eating a lot around Christmas and then feeling like, oh, let me jump onto that bandwagon of like everybody like dieting, and then it's like this summer bodies thing, and it's just like, man, how about if I just really just relaxed and had a good Christmas by just not even limiting the food that I'm eating. When I'm actually full up, I just stop eating. And that's the thing, like, when that's what I do now. When I'm actually full up, I actually listen to my body. I'm like, oh, I've had like, but if I'm being honest, a lot of people will tell you, like, a lot of friends will say, Nastassja, your eyes are bigger than your actual stomach, because I can pile on my plate and I'll tell you, I'll probably have like about 6 spoonfuls and I'm like, I'm actually full. But I think what it is like my brain actually gets overwhelmed. There's a psychology of this as well. When you pile on your food and there's a lot of food on your plate, what your brain like sends signals to your stomach to tell your stomach you're full already, because it's seeing the food, even though you're not eating it. Yeah. For me, that's like, I think my brain just literally, when I see loads of food on my plate, I get filled really quickly. And then I'm like, and then everybody's like, why did you put all of that? And I was like, I was really hungry, but now I'm not. So what it is like, I eat smaller. I take smaller portions. So I'll put a little bit on my plate when I finish. If I want more, I'll take some more. But I know during Christmas time, I can't eat like that really, because like my family just literally just hoard like
I was about to say
food. Like, it's just like they will literally, especially when we have lamb, like lamb is like my favorite meat. Like, so when I see lamb, like, this year, my mum said she's doing beef Wellington. I actually can't wait, because the way she does beef Wellington is it's gorgeous. When we have lamb, usually around Easter, the way that lamb leg just disappears, it'll be a big chunky piece of lamb. The way that freaking disappears, I'm just like, fam. So I always hoard the lamb, like, because, you know, but what I do, like, really, like, I really take small portion. I have to say, one of my best Christmas foods was actually last year when my brother cooked Christmas food. We had a lot of seafood, and it was a lot of seafood. The food was great. Christmas was like, I think it was like a disaster last year in my house, but but the food was great, so that made up for it. But he did a seafood platter. We had loads of, he cooked minimal food, and I was just like, Tenda, this food isn't enough. And he was just like, it is enough, trust me. And he made enough for everyone to make us feel so full. And I really appreciated that, because I indulged enough to feel like, man, that was an unforgettable plate of food. It wasn't overly. So I'm just one of those people now that when it comes to Christmas, as much as I want to indulge, I indulge very wisely so I can taste the food. And I think that's my main thing now, that I actually want to taste the food on my plate. I just don't want a big pile of food and just to say I ate a lot. I want to indulge and really taste the flavors. Like, I am one of those people. I like going to bougie restaurants and having tasting menus, because I want to taste all of the flavors on the food. I just don't want a big pile of food on my plate just so I can scoff it down and just be like, oh, now I've got to go on the treadmill. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. So I've created a better relationship with food to know that it's not running away from me.
Look, I believe in that. We've touched on it before, but I believe in that, creating a whole better relationship with food. There was someone called Simon Sinek. So he's got a really cool book. I think it's called Finding Your Why, or Starting with Why, or something like that. But he did an interview on impact theory. And basically, I'm paraphrasing here. This isn't what it actually is, but he's got a book called The Infinite Game, right? And he's talking about life, and he's basically talking about, like, you know, like where you're kind of battling to be like the first or the best, right? Whether it's like you want to be the best in your job, the best at making cakes, or the best at all these kind of things, right? Basically, what he's suggesting is that it's impossible to be like the best. Okay, so just to let you know, I haven't read this book. I've downloaded it for Audible, but I haven't read it yet. But I understand the premise is about that there is no best. You can't be number one, because it's something that's infinite. That goes on forever. Like, you'll be in this career until you, I don't know, you die, you retire.
I believe that.
Cool. So I'm just relating that to like my relationship with food. Now I don't feel like before I set myself like a 90-day challenge, and that went really well. Like, it was great to like motivate myself, but now I'm kind of looking at it like, this is life. Instead of like, for example, like January, January, we're gonna just understand that, hey, I like food. I'm not gonna stop eating like these sweets, cakes, chocolates, Oreos, whatever. That's not gonna happen. All that can happen is just that I just manage that, burn more calories, do more gym. When Christmas comes, I'm gonna eat. Do you know what I mean? And not feel guilty, because I know that, hey, afterwards I'm gonna work out, or gonna It's just balance. The only time you feel guilt is because, you know, when you're eating, like, you're not jumping on the treadmill, you're not
doing anything about it. And that's why I say, for me personally, creating a healthier relationship with food, where I feel like, you know, I can actually eat something tomorrow. Because I think growing up, I've always felt like, you know, when people, especially growing up and you've always been quite big. Like, the other day I was just like, am I fat? And people were just like, no, you're not fat. But in my head, I have this thing where I'm like, I feel like I'm big, like bigger than I actually am. But there's actually no problem with that. And I think that also comes from the media showing me only one body type. But I love the fact that in today's society, and this is why for me, as much as I say I probably want to be a stone lighter, the reality is there is somebody, like, within myself, I'm actually very happy within myself, because you know, every body type and shape is celebrated. There is no, like, I can feel that people are just, you know, there is much more love around the body, and people being much more kind of welcoming to other body shapes. Not like, oh, you have to be like a size 8, because the reality is I've been a size 8 and it wasn't enjoyable for me, because even when I was at my smallest, I probably watched what I ate even more, and I just was just like, I can't eat that. If I'm going to eat the cake, I have to spend this much time on the you know what I mean? It's like some mental mind game. And it was just like, fam, I'm always cold. I just need some cushion. But like, now I'm just like, my relationship with food is much better, in the sense that I know, you know what? as much as it's Christmas, I really don't need to indulge in all of that food, because I know come January, I ain't even trying to, gyms make a lot of money
100%.
in January. Like January recruitment for gyms is just like, that's what they're waiting for.
Gold
And you
mine.
know what I mean? And then you get all of these apps now. We're going to help you do dry January because you've been drinking too much during, like, how about like we just manage our alcohol levels better, and then you have all of these kind of like, oh, like too much alcohol does this to you, or too much food does this to you. It's just like, how about we just all calm down and just like have better relationship? There's nothing wrong with overindulging. Like, I probably overindulge myself like on a weekly basis with something.
Same. I can't lie. I eat a lot of chocolate. Actually, too much chocolate. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I eat way too. The funny, it's so bad. So, for example, I don't like Cadbury's. Right?
Yeah, no, that's shit chocolate.
Because it's just very basic and boring.
Yeah.
But if it's in the fridge, I'll eat the whole bar.
Yeah. Cadbury's, that's really weird. That's the same for me. Like Cadbury's in the fridge. Cadbury's whole nut in the fridge, yeah. Nothing. Sometimes you can't beat that. But just Cadbury's just in general, it's not the best.
It's not the best, but I'll eat
chocolate.
it. Because I'm like, I need chocolate. Well, I don't need it, but it's just like, as I'm speaking out loud, I'm starting to think, is this an addiction? Is this a chocolate?
Sometimes you just eat, like sometimes you're not tasting the chocolate. It's just because you mentally want it.
Yeah, basically, and just eating chocolate.
But that moves us nicely, swiftly into the dessert section.
Read my mind.
The flavour of the continent this week. So I've been working with this company for just 2 weeks now, a week and a half. Yeah, just under 2 weeks, and my new favorite thing, I mean, I like, my new favorite thing is Amaretti.
Okay.
But baked Amaretti.
Okay.
Baked Amaretti. Of course it's baked. What did I want to say? Freshly baked Amaretti. And obviously I only have Amaretti, the crunchy ones that you buy in a supermarket in the packet. But let me tell you, homemade Amaretti is the shit in it.
So for those that don't know what it is, including myself,
it's an Italian biscuit.
Oh, that's what. Okay, cool. Now
Amaretto is the liquor.
Yeah.
And then Amaretti is the biscuit.
Okay, I've seen them on the shelves and stuff. Never tasted it.
It's an almond based biscuit. That's what I should be saying. Almond and marzipan. Marzipan is almonds anyway, so it's almond based biscuit. The home baked one is soft and chewy.
Okay.
Crunchy on the outside and then soft in the middle. And
Sounds
these
tasty.
are, like, honestly, they are so delicious. I literally had to stop myself from eating all three at the same time. I had to actually pace it out. I was just like, yo, Nastassja, pace this out, like one a day. And this is where my food management comes in, because if it was like, if it was just the young Nastassja, the teenage Nastassja, I would lick all three of them all in one go.
Sure.
But the adult Nastassja in me says, babes, you can eat this tomorrow, Save a little delight for tomorrow, Don't need to rush. Extend that. So it gives me something to look forward to when I'm sitting there after baking, drinking my coffee, a nice Amaretti biscuit for dessert. I can't actually wait to make these for Christmas for my mum, because let me tell you, my mum has no senses. Like, my mum will lick all 40 biscuits down by herself, and then she'll tell you that there's no more left.
Like the cheesecake.
Yeah, my mum definitely, a good portion is just for her.
Sure. I love cheesecake though.
But on this week, I did a kind gesture of bringing you 3. So I got 3, you got 3.
Oh.
I'm sharing.
Thank you very, very much.
I know, new improved. I don't know how long this is going to last.
Well,
because Lisimba knows I don't share.
Well, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I know, Lisimba knows that I don't share, and this is for real. If I like something, I'm not going to share it with you. I don't care how much I love you. Like, I wouldn't even share. The other time I bought tarts, I wasn't even trying to share it with my nan. She was just watching me. Well, what? Like, if I like something that much, I'm not trying to share with you. Sometimes, like, I've got habits. Like, I remember, living with my nan, I would hide food because I just don't want to share it with her. Listen, but why are you looking at me?
Nah, because I remember, like, okay, cool. So, like,
I'm going to give you a simple one to try.
Like, when I was young, I might have done that stuff, but I guess my parents kind of coached it out of me, if you like. So,
I hope these ones are good because I thought I overbaked them today.
So for those like watching on YouTube, this is it. Try and zoom in. I'm gonna show it to the camera real quick.
Sorry, I've just like tucked in. If you're listening, if I put
All right, cool.
Yum, 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 yum.
All right, cool. Let's see what it's saying. That is good.
Look at his face, Train. Look at your eye. Wait. Oh, if you're listening via podcast, the way Lisimba's eyes went small, then really wide, and really small again. He was like, as soon as he got to the center. Sorry, my mouth. I'm talking with my mouth full. Sorry.
It's all good. No, there's like you said, it's like slightly hard on the outside. When you bite, it's really soft and just chewy. And this with like some hot chocolate would be really, really, really nice.
See, this is, you know what? Because I'm feeling generous. No, actually, you can't have one of my two. Because I just realised I ate one. That means I've got two left now. You can have your two. I was going to give you one, but then I thought, I've only got one left. No, sorry. But when I make a batch for Christmas, I will make you some.
I appreciate that. This is really, really good.
Oh,
thank you.
No problem. So, flavour of the continent this week is some homemade Amaretti. Where can you find these? I'm currently making them. By the way, this is not my recipe. Franze and Maize in Redchurch St, Shoreditch. This is where you can get them from if you want to try them. They're absolutely delicious. They are a game changer because, sorry, I still got food. This is how good they are.
Really tasty. Definitely recommend people go down and check them out.
And they've got a hint of sea salt.
You know, I tasted that right at the end, and that was, yeah, 100%.
The hint of sea salt just changes the fucking game with these Amaretti. And they've got limoncello in that. Is it limoncello? I don't know.
You know what's funny? I tasted these things, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Because it was so good. Because your eyes, honestly, this is what your eyes did. Like, your eyes did this.
Really?
The more you ate them from the side, you won't notice it when you're eating it. But it was that fact that you were just like, ooh.
It'd be funny to watch it back and like see my face make all those expressions.
But yeah, it was actually, honestly, absolutely motherfucking delicious. Franze and Maize, Redchurch St, Shoreditch, London. This is where you can get them. Honestly, the most delicious things that I've ever cooked up in my whole entire life. The recipe isn't mine, but let me tell you, I'm making these things on a weekly basis and I just fucking can't get enough of them.
They're banging, 100%.
This is why I can't share with Lisimba all the time. You see?
Don't worry. Look, as you guys watch more and more episodes, like I'll get Nastassja into sharing more.
No, I bought 6, yeah. 3 for you, 3 for me.
So it's all good. This is the start. Start something beautiful. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, homemade Amaretti. And if you're asking, can I have the rest? If you're wondering, and I know someone's going to message me, can I get the recipe? No, you can't get the recipe, I'm afraid. Because it's not my recipe. So you can't get it.
Fair enough. So, guys, I want to thank you for watching another episode of Juice and the Sauce podcast. Before we close out, question of the day.
What's your favorite thing to... This is like literally, I just thought of this right now. Okay. Since it's coming up to the festive season, what is your What's your must on your dinner plate? For Christmas dinner, not Christmas breakfast, or people have Christmas lunch as well. What is the must on your Christmas plate? That thing you always have to see on your Christmas dinner plate or Christmas lunch plate each year. That's what I want to know.
100%. Hit us up in the comments. I think for me, it's definitely pigs and blanket. Like, it's not Christmas without pigs and blanket.
For the people that's haram like me, what is a must? Stuffing. Without pork. I just want to make that clear. You can get different kind of mince these days, but stuffing is a mother freaking must.
Cool. All right, guys, don't forget to follow us on all the social channels. So on SoundCloud, that is juice_and_the sauce. On YouTube, just search for Juice and the Sauce podcast and you'll find us there. Instagram is juice_and_the sauce. Facebook is Juice and the Sauce, all one word. Twitter, Juice Sauce Pod. And there is a TikTok, which is juice_and_the sauce. Don't worry, the TikTok.
Yeah, we're gonna start making TikTok. I actually have to download the app.
You haven't got it yet?
Not yet. I keep on forgetting, but my sister sends me her TikTok videos.
Oh, she makes TikTok, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm good. What I'll do is I'll upload them because they're actually, I have stupid humor in it. She did one of like her teddy bears, which I find hilarious.
Don't worry, guys. So TikTok content is coming real soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you guys in the next episode of Juice and the Sauce.
Bye.